This video contains fast-moving images. I just wanted to say that this tutorial is trash. So watch and attempt to learn, but this is trash. Also, when I say assets, I mean the layers that you tween. First, make a body sheet. Make the background color a highly saturated color that's not on what you're tweening. In Gacha Club and Gacha Life, do this. But in Gacha Life 2, you have to do it manually. Separate limbs, back hair, etc. I suggest making them as close to the screen as possible for higher quality. And keep the X and Y skills ratio the same. The separate parts you're going to tween shouldn't touch. The more tween, the more detailed, but not necessarily better. While animating to sync to something like an audio or a video, I suggest using bookmarks to remember where you want something to happen. To create a bookmark, click on the red time display. To remove a bookmark, go to it and then click on it. For key poses, I usually take screenshots of gacha poses I want to use as a base/reference. If you're using GL2, lower the opacity to make it easier, but if you're not, then take a separate screenshot without some limbs. I suggest doing this even if you are in GL2 because you might still need it, like how I did in this animation. To tween in general, add the base as a background layer, add your assets as a layer, and make them the same duration. Preferably add the assets behind each other first, so that you won't have to manually put them in order. Then adjust each asset to fit the base, then use the keyframes to move them to the next pose. If something is wrong in between the keyframes, then manually fix them. If you need help with keeping an asset attached to the other, but since KindMaster doesn't have something like a pivot point, I use a handwriting tool to draw over the asset, kind of like this, and use that to help like this. Background music. Background. Background music. If you expand the duration of a layer with multiple keyframes, then the keyframes will stretch accordingly. Same with shrinking it. If you adjust your layer with the keyframes on it, it will automatically add another keyframe. Unless you're on a keyframe that was pre-placed. No, it will not do this if there is only one keyframe. Also, if you remove the first keyframe, it will be removed, but the icon won't for some reason. Whenever I animate head/hands, especially when lip-syncing/blinking eyes or with hands when they open or something, I usually duplicate the project and create them with screenshots. Note, don't make them bend or something. Download the project and use it like any other asset.